Welcome back to the Jeremiah Show. Lash Fary's here today with me, talking about something I hadn't really thought about, but whenever I get one, I'm always very appreciative. And we're talking about swag bags. He's the Sultan of Swag, the gift guru, the OG of celebrity gifting. It's Lash Fary. He basically invented award show swag bags.
That's actually
They,
true. Like no one was
I
doing it
know.
before we did it. Now there's a bunch of people who do it, but we've been doing it the longest, and I like to think the best. And we certainly have a lot of fun doing it. Hey, before I forget, because I've been sitting here looking at your stylish glasses for the last bit of time. Do you have a eyewear sponsor?
I do not. These are Cary Grants by what is it, Oliver Peoples or
Oh, well,
Oliver People.
that's a good name. I like the Cary Grant thing. They look very good on you. I'm gonna send you some a brand that we've included this award season is called Kits, Kits. They're out of Canada. I have never seen such affordable prices for such quality eyewear. So I'm gonna send you some, and you'll have to check them out.
Okay, and I'll wear them on the show, and we'll give you credit. We'll give them credit. Yeah, I'm always looking for new glasses. I've had these for a couple years, so I'm due for something new.
Well, I'm
Uh,
now at the age where
well,
I
thank you.
have to have readers all the time.
Yeah,
So I have to have readers in the car, in every bag, in every room, upstairs, downstairs. So the fact that I'm able to now get them so much more affordably through this, like truly, I get two pairs for what I was spending for one at another brand. And, at the price, I was like, oh, I bet I'm gonna have to sacrifice on the style and the quality. And they arrived, and I couldn't pick them out of a lineup to distinguish them from the ones that I was buying before.
those are called kits.
Kits, yeah.
Kits. Are there other products that you're really hot on? You showed us a couple great food sponsors, I guess, that you work with,
Oh, yeah. There's
companies.
another one that I love. It's called Greens First. So we've been talking about the OG. This is the OG of greens supplements, and they've been around for 25 years. They're just celebrating their 25th
Hmm.
anniversary. So we're delighted to include those. I also love including books. Another one of our success stories a few years back. I don't even know how many years, but it was whatever year Kristen Stewart was nominated for the Diana movie that she was in. We had included a book called Tree in that gift bag, and she was being interviewed as part of like a video interview with Vogue magazine. And one of the questions in the interview was, "What books are you reading right now?" And she was like, "Well, I'm actually reading a book called Tree, and it's all about the perspective." And she started telling the whole synopsis of the book. I got the most effusive email from the author saying, "I can't believe," and it was totally unprompted and it was
Yeah,
organic. And it's one of the things that sort of happens when a celebrity has your product. So there's a book called Tanner by Samantha Sky that we've included. I just gave this a friend of mine is who's an actress is directing a bunch of movies with Lifetime right now and producing, and so I gave her a copy of this because it's sort of Yellowstone inspired romance novel, and I'm like, Yellowstone, Landman, these shows are such hits that people are
yeah.
going to want sort of spin-off. So you
Got
never
to
know
get it to
how often.
Taylor Sheridan.
Yeah, it's got that vibe to it. We also have included a bunch of high-end cannabis products. So we've got Bebo, we've got these Señorita Margaritas, perfect for summer. They're THC infused margaritas, non-alcoholic margaritas. So, it's California, so these were things that we could deliver locally. We couldn't ship them. So with Mother's Day coming up, we've got a lot of great stuff. L'Oreal Paris, I love working with small brands, but it is sort of a pinch me moment when I get to work with legends like L'Oreal Paris, and they're like delighted to work with us and send us a whole curated selection. So this is a finishing spray that I'm obsessed with. So again, these are my favorite products in my real life that we get to include.
I like that's a good rule, I think. That probably serves you well. You know, that it's something you can stand behind, that you're putting out there and telling their story. Lash, do you have any? You're such a dynamic guy, and you're so um, energetic and such a hard worker. Build up such a incredible company. Are there rules that you follow daily, mantras that you tell yourself? Is there something you can share with us? Any secrets to your success, things that work for you, besides
Well,
from
what works
great
for
skin
me
products?
is loving what I do. Like I am very saddened whenever I talk to somebody who hates their job, or feels like it's like a lifetime of drudgery to have to go to their job every day and they're doing it just for the paycheck, and it's like they're just trapped, and like that would be the most miserable existence for me. So for me, one of the greatest joys I have in life is being able to do what I want, when I want, with whom I want, how I want to do it. And if it's a beautiful LA day and I want to go and play tennis with a cute boy at 1 p.m. in the afternoon for a couple of hours, I can do that. And then I come back, and as long as I get my work done, I'm not, I'm accountable to myself and I'm accountable to my staff and my company and all that stuff. But I believe in getting the job done, but also enjoying life at the same time. So I'm a big proponent of working to live, not living to work. So that's probably my biggest mantra.
It's a good thing to live by, good rule to live by. You've got speaking of more work coming your way, Mother's Day is coming up. What are you guys doing? What anything?
We pick 25 celebrity moms each year to give an amazing gift bag to. If they've got small kids, we'll sometimes have stuff for small kids in it, but a lot of it is like beauty and self-care. You mentioned in my intro about the Golden Door. It's literally the world's #1 destination spa, and it's right here in our back door in Southern California. It's a week of mind, body, and spirit renewal, so they're going to get to go there. My favorite beauty products, all sorts of stuff. We've got some smart trikes for them and their kids. And so it's a fun gift bag. And then we're going to roll right into the American Music Awards because we had to delay our normal Grammy gifting this year because of the fires. So we're going to be doing some gifting for the American Music Awards. So, in fact, in the month of May, we should do a fun thing with the Jeremiah Show where some of your musical guests that you have on get one of our music celebration gift bags in the month of May leading up to the American Music Awards, and they'll get an amazing swag bag.
I love that idea. I'd love to work together. I have another project I want to talk to you about off air, but that's I love
Because
it.
I see you interview tons of people from The Voice, which is
Yeah,
incredible.
I just finished one. I just finished with two right before you and I got on. But yeah, that is true, and a lot of great musicians. I'd love to talk about some of these ideas. I love what you do, and I think it's so important and so much fun. The I know we kind of touched on this, but how does someone get? Do they come to you with an idea? You just had an idea for the Jeremiah Show, which I love. Now, do businesses are they able to access you or your services, or how do you determine clients? Would you entertain anyone, or does it have to be primarily where
Yeah,
your
that's a great
niche is
question.
there?
We get a lot of clients these days from people who inquire through our website or more often through Instagram. They'll send a message saying, "Hey, I have a great product. Can I send you a sample?" Like we've got a company called CHC Candles, Black female owned brand. They reached out to us last year saying, "I've got candles. Is there any way that I can work with you?" And we send them information. We've got lots of different events, lots of different price points. So we intentionally do that. So it's not just super expensive that only big brands like L'Oreal Paris can afford. There's a price point and a point of entry that literally any brand of any size can afford. And I do that because as a small business myself, I want to make sure that other small businesses who might have limited budgets can still participate. And so we do offer category exclusivity. So if we've already sold, the lip category, that means we can't sell another lip product for that particular bag. So it's a first come, first serve. But brands should for sure reach out. Or if you've got a friend with a brand that you want us to consider, just send us a message or a direct message on Instagram is the easiest way. And I will consider pretty much almost anything as long as it's not, I can't include sex toys. I used to include those thinking that it would be like a great non-invasive way for Jennifer Lawrence and Meryl Streep to get something because they can't go to the pleasure chest like most of us without being spotted by paparazzi and photographed. But it became like the headline of every article was about like the sex toys or the sex device. So I won't include sex toys, but outside of that, like I said, I'm including cannabis this year. Especially if there's a nice angle, like Bebo is known as the Hermes of marijuana. So that's like a nice high-end brand. But it's not just high-end. Like I said, we have snacks, we've got expensive trips, we've got commodities, we've got a little bit of everything. Board games.
And so a brand would come to you and they would pay for that privilege be to put their
Yep.
product in
Yep, there's a
your.
fee for the brands to be part of it in exchange for my company to do all the work that we do. The planning, the logistics, the delivery, the press, me talking about them on camera, whether I'm doing TV interviews or podcasts or radio shows and mentioning brands. So yeah, they get a lot of deliverables for what they pay. And then, like I said, there's different price points. A gift bag only is a lower price point than being backstage at the Grammys or being backstage at the Emmys and getting to meet talent and take photos with them. That obviously costs more.
I want to see the approval room or the testing room at Distinctive Assets. I bet that's a lot of fun when these products are submitted to you and you get to try them out and take them home and see if they fit.
I
Um,
do love trying product. I mean, but I've always loved products. I've loved using products. I love sharing products, even when it's not doing an interview. Like when my friends come over, they're like, "Oh, I need a new lip balm. What do you recommend?" Or, like I
the most
just had a friend
popular
the other
guy in
day who
town.
was with a friend who's a realtor. They wanted to get a gift for Courtney Cox because she introduced them to. Anyway, it was like the long-winded version of the story. Is that the short version is that they needed a gift idea. I was like, "Oh, they're in New York. They are fashionable. They have to go to my friend Kate Brown's website. Kate takes vintage fashion, high-end fashion, and turns it into pillowcases and dog apparel. So he
Hmm.
went on the site. He found this incredible Hermes pillow for his client. He was happy as a clam. He bought two things for himself. And so, like, I also just love making recommendations.
How much fun. What a great business. Distinctive Assets, Lash Fary. Can I give out your contact? You can, where they can email you.
Oh, yeah. So they can just do info@distinctiveassets.com, or if they go to Swag Assets on Instagram, they can just direct message us there.
Okay, perfect. And do that and check it out. God, well, there's so much I still want to ask you and stories that I want to hear. I don't know if, well, I know we don't have enough time, but maybe we can do this again, Lash. I would love to do something with you, a promotion with some of the guests that are on here. I think that'd be a lot of fun too. So let's keep in touch and keep talking. Lash Fairy, the gift guru of distinctive assets. Thank you so much, my friend, for being on today and hanging out with us.
Thank you. It was great to meet you, Jeremiah.
Okay, everybody, communicate, but listen more and evolve. And have a great day.